What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with a sick pick of Week 3, Season 7, where we focus on a deck that made the top 8 but didn't exactly win, but it's a pretty sweet brew. This week, it's the Mono Black Cycling Reanimator by Baker T99. This deck is... I've known Baker for a while, and this is a Baker build of all Baker builds, I think. It just draws a bunch of cards. It just has instant value and is mono black and it reanimates. So that's pretty much the deck. The deck basically features a lot of different cycling cards that kind of pump up a couple of the different cards that let you want you to cycle or discard cards, and then just has a reanimation sort of package to it. Let's just get right to the deck list. 22 lands, a bunch of swamps, Sunscorched Desert, Lake of the Dead, and Desert of the Glorified, all different lands. Sunscorched Desert is interesting. Doesn't really produce black, but is here for the Old Gorger Dragon, which we'll talk about later. A little new addition from this season. Lake of the Dead, pretty awesome card. If you're mono black, definitely consider running Lake of the Dead. Just kind of turbocharges your deck. Just a little extra cycling land here for Desert. And then I spoke of all the cycling cards. There's a ton of cycling cards here. And they all have actually really good incidental value. Scarab Feast for those other Reanimator style decks or just graveyard centric decks. Sicken is a really good 1 mana sort of like early interaction for the Rafellos of the world, the Goblin Lackeys, I don't know, whatever you need to kill early. That just mana elf, just kill it with Sicken, or just cycles it when you don't need it. Rise Against Right, pretty good tutor for 5 mana, just really expensive Diabolic Tutor, or it cycles what do you want. Expunge, pretty great in those like creature matchups like Teamer Ascendancy. This is a really great card in there. This is really good against mono black or non-artifacts, so it's only non-artifact, non-black. But you can cycle that away if you want. So how do you benefit from cycling? There's Vile Manifestation, which is quote-unquote Goif for him. And there's also Archfiend Ifnir, which kind of just like a one-sided wrath effect when you cycle cards. And then Horror Broker Land's the other sort of Goif effect, quote-unquote, which also gets pumped when you cycle or discard cards. And how do you get them back? There's Animate Dead and Life Death, which is pretty great. We're only interested in the death part here. Those are pretty awesome cards at good rates here. Buried Alive, just a 4 of. You can just kind of pump up your Manifestations really quickly by just throwing a bunch of like cycling cards or other cycling creatures if you want. Or you can get some sweet 1-ofs here. Baleful Force lets the cards keep flowing here. Haunted Dead lets you discard random cards you don't need, like the World Gorger Dragon which you can't cast. And here it is, World Gorger Dragon, which is a combo with Sunscorched Desert, which kind of just like loops infinitely if you have an Animate Dead out. So there's that. Because why not? I mean, if you're a Reanimate deck, you might as well be trying to do this. It's a really easy fit too. This doesn't come play on tap, so you just get mana when you need it. It's pretty easy slide it into a mono black deck. Sideboard, Dead Weights, more early interaction. It's also good it's mono red. Most of the things are like 2 toughness, so it's pretty easy. Solution there. Curly Dick, just the random black decks, you know, just deck can't really deal with black cards that much, so I think Dead Weight's pretty good for that too. Labor Heart for the extra creature matchups. A little Ultimate Prize, Scraps of Darkness, again for the mono black matchup. Zombies don't care about Expunge, don't really care about Sicken. So it's a good little slider for that. Desecration Demon for sort of a mid-range sort of plan. You just kind of like play this, come aboard. It's a really good card for its rate. And then Chancellor to Draw is a pretty interesting guy here. I guess it's good to reanimate, and it's good against like sort of the aggro decks. Really, the sideboard is really geared towards aggro. Pretty interesting here. This deck is actually pretty sweet. This is a very Baker T list. Just draws a bunch of cards, cycle. There's 26 cycling cards in here, and it's pretty amazing. So it's a good way to just like fuel through your deck and just sort of have a lot of fun. It's a little interesting, different take on the Reanimator. Most of the Reanimator lists are very just like fast, low to the ground, kind of all in on reanimation. But this isn't really. Like, you could just play your lands normally and play all your threats out, you know, at the reasonable rate. Or you could just like animate them really quickly. So I like the different shifts of tempo you can make here. So it's a really fun deck. And of course there's infinite combo, which I really always love. I love infinite combos. But if you want to play this deck, you gotta practice clicking, because clicking is a real thing. A lot of people get hung up on the clicking part of combos on Magic Online, and it really is a thing. So if you want to like play a World Gorger deck, you have to practice it up. But yeah, that was a sick pick of the week. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? I don't know. You can tell me in the comments below. And in the below, you can see the description, and there'll be a link to this deck list if you want to try it out. I highly suggest you do. It looks like a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week for the next sick pick of the week.